Let's go. Make no excuses now. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. Let's go. Your time is running out. I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's not about what you've done, it's about what you do. It's all about where you going, no matter where you've been. Let's go.
I can make your bed right. I can make your bed right, girl. I can make your bed right. I can make your bed right.
She got that good. She Michael Jackson bad. I'm attracted to her for her attractive ass. And now we murderers because we kill time. I knock her lights out and she still shine. I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave. But I keep her running back and forth. Soccer team, cold as a winter's day, hot as a summer's eve. Young money thieves, steal your love and leave.
I like the way you walking if you walking my way. I'm that Red Bull, now let's fly away. Let's buy a place, with all kind of space. I let you be the judge, and I'm the case. I'm gutter, I put her under. I see me with her, no Stevie Wonder. She don't even wonder, cause she know she bad. And I got a nigga, grocery bag.
Ooh, baby, I be stuck to you like glue. Baby, wanna spend it all on you. Baby, my room is the G-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock, girl. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
Okay, I get it. Let me think. I guess it's my turn. Maybe it's time to put this pussy on your sideburns. He say I'm bad. He probably right. He pressing me like button downs on a Friday night. I'm so pretty, like be on my pedal bike, be on my low starch, be on my egg whites. He say, Nikki, don't stop. You the bestest, and I just be coming off the top as bestest.
I love your sushi roll, hotter than wasabi. I race for your love, shake and bake, Ricky Bobby. I'm at the W, but I can't meet you in the lobby. Girl, I gotta watch my bag, cause I'm not just anybody. I seen him stand in line, just to get beside her. I let her see the Aston, and let the rest surprise her. That's when we disappear, and you need GPS to find her. Oh, that was your girl? I thought I recognized her.
Ooh, baby, I be stuck to you like glue. Baby, wanna spend it all on you. Baby, my room is the G-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock, girl. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
She like tanning, I like staying in. She like romancing, I like rolling with friends. She said I'm caged in, I think her conscience is. She watching that Oxygen, I'm watching ESPN. But when that show ends, she all on my skin. Lotion, slow emotions, roller coaster, like back, forth, hold it. She posed like it's for posters, and I poke like I'm supposed to. Take this photo if you for me. She said, don't you ever show this. I'm too loyal and too focused to be losing and be hopeless. When I spoke this, she rejoiced it. Said your words give me open, so I closed it where your clothes is. I'm only loving for the moment.
She ain't got a man, but she's not alone. Miss Independent, yeah, she got her own. Hey, gorgeous, I mean flawless. Well, that's what you are, how I see it is how I call it. Yeah, look at how she walk. She know she bad. Do your thing, baby. I ain't even mad, and I ain't leaving fast. I'ma stay a while. Hold your head, Chris. I'ma take a jab.
Ooh, baby, I be stuck to you like glue. Baby, wanna spend it all on you. Baby, my room is the G-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock, girl. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. Baby, I be stuck to you like glue. Baby, wanna spend it all on you. Baby, my room is the G-spot. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock, girl. I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
I could stick around and get along with you. Hello, oh, oh, oh. It doesn't really mean that I'm into you. Hello, oh, oh, oh. You're alright, but I'm your darling to enjoy the party. Don't get too excited, cause that's all you'll get from me. Hey, yeah, I think you're cute, but really you should know I just came to say hello.
All right. What is up, everybody? Thanks for joining in. Took a little nap, so my hair's a little crazy, but it is what it is. So, make sure everything's turned on, looking good, mic's working, audio good. All right. So, today's video, I'm going to be covering what 3 altcoins I would pick and do pick that are going to be set to explode over the alt season of 2021 if and when it does in fact happen. Let me just start off by saying this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. So these are just my opinions based off of my experience in this space. So with that being said, before we jump in to my top picks, let's take a quick look at what the market's doing. So we had a little change in Bitcoin's price over the last 24 hours. Let me take a look at the daily. Okay, so we had a couple closures towards the downside. Now, a descending trend line can usually come up as a trend reversal or a bullish market, but since we're only on the daily time frames, the shorter time frames really don't show us too much into the length of the market. If we were to see a reversal, a bull to bear market, we need a lot to happen. We would look at the longer time frames, like the weekly. If we saw a close on the weekly setting a new low, then last week's low, it could be a start. But again, the market sentiment's pretty high. Our total market cap's still pretty high. I think we're just taking a nice little correction and kind of a slowing down in the market right now. So again, I'm not too worried about that. So on the daily, Bitcoin is correcting a little bit. We're still above the 21 EMA. We see that Bitcoin, as of today, had a nice little touch and bounced back up from, let's see, we had a low today of 32,479, and that's right about where the 21 EMA is, 32,191, and has been trading in the range of a $4,000 difference. So, still like to see that. Still like to see it above the EMA 21, but again, Bitcoin is really on a tear, and I wouldn't be surprised to see some deeper correction, whether now or later. If we take a look at the CME futures, we have a gap here between 26.5 and 23.7. Typically, the CME likes to fill those gaps, so I could see some price action eventually dip down back to these levels. Again, still wouldn't be alarmed, but it could happen. So again, this is all healthy. If you just pick a cryptocurrency that went from, I think it was 10,000, 10,000 a couple months ago, rallied over to 40,000, and you just think it's going to keep going up without stopping, it's not going to work that way. There is going to be some correction. There is going to be some slowing down here and there, but the overall sentiment of the market still looks good. So still bullish on Bitcoin. I still think it's a great price to get in, considering where it can go. But the price to entry right now is a little high. But if you have it, I would buy it. Let's see. Next, Ethereum. Love Ethereum. Again, take a quick look at their price action. It's following Bitcoin right now. All the coins are following Bitcoin. A couple of altcoins are kind of going against Bitcoin's movements, which is nice to see. But everything right now is tied to Bitcoin just because that's where a lot of investors are really focusing on right now. And the money is staying with Bitcoin. So if we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, we could see that the dominance has kind of been even the last couple of days. And what you want to look for is if the dominance goes down and the total market supply either stays the same or goes up, that means money's bleeding into the altcoins at that point. If you see dominance going down and you see total supply going down, that means profits are being taken and not put back into altcoins or Bitcoin. Maybe they're just parking their money on the side, getting in at a better price. So that's a big indicator I look at to see when alts should and would be pumping. And then let's take a quick look at Litecoin. See, Litecoin's chart's a little different because Litecoin is one of the top major coins, and it has crossed down on the daily below the EMA 21, and now it's testing the, which indicator is this? I think it's the SMA 30. So the SMA is more a I guess longer term indicator. So I see it's just bouncing kind of off of that. Did dip below. Even yesterday's price action had a wick all the way down to the, which indicator is that? The EMA 55. So keep an eye. Obviously, the sentiment is still strong right here on the stock RSI. We are headed below the, looking towards the undersold region. When you look at the highs here, it's an overbought region. So it's looking like this is just because of the sell pressure. So again, right now, I think it's an awesome time to buy back in. This is a great time to start buying into some of these coins like Ethereum, Litecoin, because this bull market is far from over, in my opinion. All right, so let's get into it. Let's talk about my 3 top picks in the alt space. Now, there is a bunch. I would say I have about 30 picks, but I'm going to narrow it down to 3 of them for this video. So the first one we're going to talk about is Cardano. Okay, Cardano is an interesting project. So Cardano prides itself on being what they want to call Ethereum 3.0. So they're taking all the concepts of Bitcoin's economy, Ethereum's economy, and basically fixing on the issues that Bitcoin presents and Ethereum presents. So they're looking to, like I said, they're 3.0 of Ethereum. That's kind of their goal. That's kind of their project. Again, when you get into the intricacies of these companies, it can get pretty overwhelming as to see like what they do. What does it mean? Sorry, my chart is going crazy right now. Let me see if I can reset it. Okay. But plain and simple, it's a project that has been doing well and sticking to what they said. So I'm trying to actually show you kind of where we were in the highs. This chart is not cooperating right now. So at a high of the 2017 bubble, we reached a high of $1.40. Cardano right now is trading at about 28 cents. So we're nowhere even close to our all-time high. If we were to hit our all-time high in this year, you're looking at a 4.5 times gain on your money if we even just hit the all-time high, which right now, if we're breaking records like Bitcoin is, and everything surpasses their all-time high, you could see a 5, 6x, 7 gain in the next alt season. So a little bit more. Let's take a little more in-depth look at Cardano. So Cardano, again, blockchain platform for change makers, innovators, visionaries, with the tools, technologies required to create possibility. And so basically what they do is they do it in a different way to validate smart contracts and things like that. So a smart contract is exactly how it sounds. It's a contract between 2 parties validated on a blockchain. So, in the normal world of pen and paper, one party fills out a contract and a middleman holds onto that contract, almost like an escrow account, and makes sure the terms are the terms on both sides have been agreed to and did as promised. So a smart contract deletes that middleman and keeps it in the blockchain as a more secure method and digital method. So again, Cardano builds upon that, and they are, in a sense, another type of Ethereum, and going after the same things that Ethereum is promising. So some news on Cardano is what was really spiked the price up. So if we take a quick look at the chart again, if it wants to cooperate with me at all today, I'm on the weekly here, right? So around COVID start, around March of 2020, we were trading at 2 cents. If you got in at 2 cents, and now we're trading at almost 30 cents. So we're talking about a move to the upside of about, I'm just going to do it at the close, about almost 1,000%. if you had some trade action on the wick, you're looking at a price action of 1,200% over a course of 10 months. So, and again, it still has a ton of room to run. Now, the reason Cardano was going up is, according to data provided by Staking Rewards, Cardano has become the most decentralized network with 69% of its circulating supply staked. So that's huge. The staking is pretty much, if you have coins, think of it as a bond or a what are those traditional bank products that are stupid? Where you tie up your money for a certain amount of years and they promise you an interest at the end of that contract. Similar with staking. You take your coins, you put your coins on the network, and you hold them there for a certain amount of time. And if you hold them there for a certain amount of time, you get rewarded in more of that coin. So, for instance, if you take 10,000 Cardano and stake it for, let's just say, 6 months, and then you're promised, let's just say, 2,000 Cardano after that 6 months, if you leave your Cardano being staked. So that's a little bit about staking, but again, here's the biggest piece of data. 69% of its circulating supply is staked, so it's become the most decentralized network, 7th largest cryptocurrency in terms of market capitalization, surpassed Polkadot to become the biggest staking network. Polkadot has 60%, Cardano has 69%. So again, it's all good news for Cardano. They are slow and steady with their upgrades, but that's just because they care about quality. So this is a company that's not going anywhere. This is a huge investment at a great price right now. So something I would definitely get involved with. Okay, for my second coin, let me go back to this. For my second choice, I'm looking at Stellar. Stellar Lumens, XLM is the indicator on the charts. So let's take a look. So XLM followed similar to what Cardano's price action was. If we take a look at March, because again, this is COVID. COVID is when all the prices really hit a low. We were at 3 cents, and now we're trading at about 27 cents. So about the same type of gain, about 10x gain over the last 10 months. You could have made a lot of money if you got in, but again, it's still a great price, still something great to get into. If we take a look at the all-time high from the bubble of 2017, 2018, we hit a high of about 51 cents. That doesn't sound right. I'm gonna try. Let me see what CoinMarketCap is showing. Pretty sure we hit almost $1. We hit a high of 89 cents. Okay, so we're still about 3x away from hitting our all-time high. Again, I don't just see altcoins hitting their all-time high. I see them blowing through them, especially the stronger projects like Stellar Lumens. XLM is the number 9 coin in regards to total market cap. So it is a top 10 coin. So is Cardano. So if that adds more security to my feelings on these projects, if you're in the top 10, you're in the top 20, I feel more secure in investing because there's just a lot of money on the line here. But again, if the altcoin market suffers, even if you're Ethereum, you're going to suffer too. Right now, we are following Bitcoin's path, but once that changes, then it's the stronger coins that will tend to go up first and tend to lose value last. So let's get into so Stellar Lumens. The big thing with Stellar Lumens is it did exactly what XRP was trying to do, and since XRP and all that garbage they're going through right now, being sued and being delisted, this is why this is an awesome choice. This is the direct project that's going to take advantage of XRP's downfall. Okay, so if you gain anything about what I say about Stellar, think about that. Think about XRP and Stellar going head to head in the competition. XRP is getting screwed. Who do you think is going to benefit? And that's why we see Stellar jumping up in price. The second reason why Stellar surged was because the Ukrainian government, I believe it's the Ukraine, this came shortly after the Stellar Development Foundation inked an agreement with the Ukrainian government to collaborate on a new digital asset ecosystem, including a central bank digital currency. So that's huge. You see a cryptocurrency getting involved with an actual country. Huge. That's huge news. Hence why Stellar jumped up amongst as one of the top earners so far for the altcoins. So, thus far. Again, more room to grow. Think about it hitting 89 cents before they had any partnerships. So, a little bit of what they do is they are a blockchain similar to what XRP did. They want to be able to send. Stellar makes it possible to create, send, and trade digital representations of all forms of money: dollars, pesos, Bitcoin, pretty much everything. It's designed so all the world's financial systems can work together on a single network. So it's trying to solve exactly the same problem XRP was trying to solve. Creating an ecosystem between banks to send payments at large scales for a very, very cheap price. Awesome project, something I would get involved with. 28 cents. Again, if we even 5x its all-time high, during an alt season, we could see, a $5 Stellar Lumens. Now, something else I want to point out before I get into my last pick is what's important about these coins, what I like to look at is total circulating supply. Okay, because how we come to the price of each individual coin is we take the total circulating supply and or we take the total market cap, divide it by the circulating supply, and we get our price of each coin. So what I like to look for is lower circulating supplies. So for instance, Ethereum only has 114 million Ethereum. Bitcoin only has 20. Well, it will have 21 million total circulating supply. Cardano's huge with 31 billion. And Stellar has about 22 billion, big number. And some of the other coins I'll get into. The last coin I'm going to show you has a 70 million circulating supply. So think about it this way. The more price action with the lower circulating supply and a higher market cap, the price is going to jump up. It's all relevant at the end of the day, but I still like to look at a lower circulating supply. Anyway, let's get into my third pick. So my third pick is an interesting pick because it's something I've believed in since I got into this space, and it really hasn't done anything crazy since this bull market or since COVID. But what's good about it is it's been staying pretty steady. So let's talk about NEO. NEO, like the Matrix. NEO is an awesome project out of China. Let's take a quick look at the charts for a second here, if it will let me. We had a high in the 27 bubble. I think it was like almost $200. This chart is so funky. I don't know why it's doing this to me. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, it doesn't like me. All right, so you know what? Screw the chart. I'm going to go to it on CoinMarketCap. I believe we hit a high, like I said, I think of 189, maybe 200. 171, 187 was the high. So right now we are trading at, right now we're trading at $21. If we take a look at over the past year, how NEO has performed, nothing wants to work when I need it to. Excuse me for that. Okay, last year during COVID, we saw a low of $6, and we've climbed up to $21. What's interesting about what's going on with NEO right now, I gotta bring this chart up again. I don't know why it's so crazy. Okay, what's interesting about NEO is when everything was dipping the last couple of days, and we had that little flash crash where all the coins were dropping in value. NEO stayed pretty steady. It was one of the least losers of that day, which says something. So that's actually that's just something I wanted to point out. Let's get into what NEO is. So NEO is pretty much the Chinese version of Ethereum. Okay, and what's special about NEO is it has the backing of the Chinese government. So think of how big Ethereum is, and it being the number 2 coin. Think about how big it is already without that kind of government control. So this is again a project confirmed by the Chinese government to be the next Ethereum. So let's take a look at some differences between Neo and Ethereum. So Neo can handle about 10,000 transactions per second, whereas Ethereum can only support 15 transactions per second. Neo runs off of a gas network where you can stake your Neo tokens and earn gas, which is another coin that's traded. So again, it's more rewards on their blockchain. But the biggest thing is that right now it looks like Neo can handle a lot more in volume than Ethereum. The biggest thing though that Ethereum has, and why it's still number 2 and why it's not being beat by some of these other projects, because you got to remember, every cryptocurrency has a competitor. So Ethereum has competitors. Bitcoin is really the only one that is the one and only. But every project has its competitors. So the biggest thing about Ethereum is a lot of coins are built upon Ethereum's network. So that's why Ethereum is so strong. It just has such a huge user base that's going to be hard to beat. It's kind of like the Apple for developing apps upon its network. So that being said, Neo, again, having that kind of support from a government like that is what makes me really love this project and will be a long-term investor in it. So again, we're only at $22, $21.69. Awesome price to get into. This is a coin that rarely, really don't have to worry about. And we are so far from its all-time high. This is something where you can make 10 times on your money in an alt season. And that's just getting back to its all-time high. So Neo, it's not traded on Coinbase. You would have to go to Binance or a different exchange to purchase it. And then you can download Neo's wallet and start earning. You could start earning gas for staking your Neo. So that's currently what I do. That's what I've been doing for the past 3 years, and I've accumulated a lot of gas. And like I said, gas is a separate coin that is traded on the market. So right now, gas is $1.65. What did we had a high of? $57. Yeah, so we hit a high of $57 in gas, $61, $84 actually. I think that's true. But that was mostly just because of speculation. It's a gas is what supports the Neo database. Anyway, look more into them. Do your own research on what these technologies do and how they can perform. But again, just to summarize, Stellar taking over what XRP was supposed to do. Cardano, Ethereum 3.0, Neo, Chinese Ethereum. Okay, huge use cases, huge potential. So yep, those are my 3 picks. Pretty much it. I don't see a lot of people on this live stream. Let me check my YouTube. See if anyone is. See if anyone's tuning in. Take some questions if there's any questions, but I don't think anyone's really on this live stream right now. Got one user. Let me just end the recording. Okay, recording's off. Oh wait, maybe that's how I do it. View in live control room. Okay. Yep, doesn't look like I have any live viewers right now. So it looks like I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks for checking it out. For those who did watch this live, and I'm going to be publishing this video probably within the next day. I still have to publish my introduction to cryptocurrency video, so I'll probably do that tonight. Probably have this one published by tomorrow, and then probably run another stream tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll confirm that on my Instagram page. And yeah, thank you very much.